You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it's pretty clear there are two key WNBA players that are on a different level than the rest of the WNBA. And when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she's even another step up from the person that finished second. But look, it'd be irresponsible of me not to mention Napheesa Collier in all this because, well, she got over 1.1 million votes herself for the All-Star game. She was number 2, which tells you exactly how freaking many votes Caitlin Clark got. Because Caitlin was first. We'll get to that in a second, but here we are, right here. Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier named the 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game Team Captains. Clark earns her second All-Star selection, Collier her 5th. Both players are All-Star captains for the first time. The remaining 8 starters to be revealed Monday, June 30th on ESPN, so that's tomorrow. WNBA head coaches to select All-Star reserves. Guys, I've got to wonder out loud, does Angel Reese make this team? Wow, you got to wonder. Is she actually going to make this team? So here we go right here. The 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game will be played at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, home of the Fever, on July 19th on ABC, Disney Plus, and ESPN+. Clark and Collier earned the role of captains by virtue of being the 2 All-Star starters who received the most fan votes. Caitlin Clark received 1,293,526 votes. Collier received 1,176,020 votes. Wow. That's a hell of a lot of votes. It is. And Caitlin still beat her by over 100,000 votes. Caitlin Clark is averaging 18.2 points a game and a career-high 8.9 assists per game. Collier is number 1 in the WNBA in scoring with a career-high 24.5 points per game. 4th in rebounding at 8.4 rebounds per game while guiding the Lynx to a league-best 13-2 record. So I got to tell you, right off the bat, it gives me the feeling, I don't know. I've got to wonder. I've got to wonder if Angel Reese is going to end up making this squad. That would be wild if she doesn't. I mean, honestly. In 2023, get this, guys. In 2023, the year before Caitlin Clark's arrival, Asia Wilson received the most fan votes with 95,860 votes. The top 30 players had combined for 1,171,000 votes. Wow. Fewer than Caitlin Clark or Collier got by themselves this time around. Wow. That's Caitlin Clark. That's the Caitlin Clark phenomenon right there. That is a perfect example. The year before she showed up, all the way to what? Basically 13 times the amount of votes, because she almost got 1.3 million. Quote, it seems like it's certainly going to set some sort of a record for the amount of votes cast compared to last year. If I'm not mistaken, Caitlin Clark said earlier this month when the first round of voting returns were released. I feel like we're on track for that, which just shows how much engagement we're driving across the league for all different sorts of players. That's exactly what the league needs, is people excited about that stuff and wanting to be involved and feeling like their vote really counts. feeling like they can make an impact on the All-Star game. It's really exciting, and hopefully as we continue to go here year to year to year, it just continues to grow. Caitlin Clark, the 2024 Rookie of the Year, it goes on to say, is off to a frustrating start. A frustrating start, she's averaging 18.22 points a game, and 8.9 assists, by the way, is tied for the league lead. And it's a frustrating start. And it is a frustrating start. I mean, I'm going to be honest about that. But it's a frustrating start, I think, from the standpoint of, for the team itself, it feels very frustrating if you're a fan, because I think as fans we felt like we were maybe sold a bill of goods on the coaching that maybe we're not getting. Who knows? Maybe something will change. Maybe it'll get better on that front. But that's the power of Caitlin Clark, that 2 years after her arrival, the amount of votes she gets versus Asia Wilson 2 years ago is 13 times bigger. But, I mean, we've talked about this before. Asia Wilson's still got games that only draw 450,000 viewers, while Caitlin will draw 2 million. So that popularity thing between those two, it's not even close. It's really not close with anybody, but you're seeing a statement I think you're seeing people with Collier send a message towards Asia Wilson in all this too. I think that's a thing. People are saying, look, she's clear cut a step above Asia right now so far this season. And I think she's a leading person for the MVP at this point. I mean, she's dominating up there with the Lynx. And now that Caitlin Clark's missing more time, it's going to be harder and harder to stay in that MVP conversation. She would have to come back and obliterate the league the rest of the season, and take a flamethrower to it, which she could do. But it feels like she's going to have to do that in spite of the coaching that she's getting on the team she's playing for at this point. I can't believe we're even having to talk about that, but we are. Unbelievable. This is pretty remarkable. It really is. I mean, it's going to be interesting. One of the biggest storylines in all this is when Caitlin Clark starts getting ready to pick players. Oh, who's she going to pick? Because that's going to start a war on social media. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh, Caitlin's a clear hater. She didn't pick X, Y, and Z. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Before we jump in, make sure you go to our merch store. Our Make Basketball Great Again shirt and our newest shirt that just came out. Both shirts are brand new. The American Flag Skull Fever Enforcer shirt. And use promo code CC22 for 20% off.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.